Hey, what's up everybody, it's me. Haven't been on camera for a while because I've been very busy as usual, and somehow it's already 2015 without me realizing, sort of. This is kind of just an update on what I've been doing recently. I've actually done a ton of stuff on the M3 near the end of last year, but I've been changing stuff so rapidly that I've not actually had much time to update you guys. But unfortunately, now the weather is still very shit, so I can't really show you much. So as you can see, we've got an incredible amount of snow at the moment outside, so I really don't want to like drive the M3 because I don't want to go flying into some ditch. The M3 is on hibernation now for the first time ever. I've always wanted to do that with the M3, but previously I couldn't do it because I don't have a second car. But now finally I've got a second car, so I can put the M3 to sleep while it's cold and wet and windy and snowy outside, so that's good. So yeah, for a while I won't be talking too much about the M3, although I have been blabbering on about it for some time now. But yeah, until it gets a bit warmer, I won't be showing you guys much of that one. But here's the thing, I've got a new toy that I'm going to show you guys today. Just to give you a little guessing game, you can guess what it is. Well, it's rear-wheel drive, it's rear-engined, it's turbocharged, it's got a short wheelbase, it's very lightweight. Yeah, it's a fun little car, so why don't you have a guess what it is, and we'll just come right back after the intro. So what do you guys think then? Maybe a Toyota MR2? Or maybe even a Porsche Carrera? Well, unfortunately I can't really afford something like that, so it's only a Smart. So here it is, my very own smart car. It features a 1 litre turbocharged engine which produces 84 horsepower, it's rear-engined and rear-wheel drive. But it's still early days, so I'll have to live with it for a little bit longer to make up my mind to see if I like it or not. But so far so good. So to start off with, since I'm not too familiar with the Smart platform, I thought I would start with some more simple mods first. The first thing that I'm going to tackle today is the fuel filler cap. It's currently in black unpainted, which I don't really like the look of. And judging by the look of it, it's going to be a very easy install as well. Probably just need a screwdriver or some kind of lever to get the old one off. And the second thing that I'm going to tackle today is to install the CTEK charging cable. Let's go! So as we can see, if we compare the new painted one with the one currently fitted to the car, it looks fairly simple with some like hooks and tabs on it. We're probably just going to have to lever off the bit in the middle using either a screwdriver, or in my case I bought some cheap trim removal tool from eBay which was only like 2-3 quid. So all I did was to shove it into this hole here on the side, which I assume that they made for this particular purpose. And you just kind of lever it and pull it towards you and just use a little bit of force, and eventually that original cover will just slide out like so. And here we just have another close-up of the original cover that I just took off, and I just wanted to show you guys where I've been lifting it. So I've been using the plastic trim, shoved it into that position and just levered it with a bit of force. And to install your new piece, simply like align those 4 corner tabs and just slide it in. I mean, there really isn't any difficulty to this task. So that's it, all done. Literally took maybe like 2-3 minutes to do it. Not difficult at all, and it makes quite a difference if you're into the small details. So stand back like I did and take a look at your fantastic work. Next on the menu, we're going to tackle the CTEK Comfort Connect charging cable. To start with, throw your carpet out of the car and then try and lift the other bit of the carpet from the footwell, but you'll probably find that the center console plastic trim thingy in the middle will get in the way, so I would remove the 4 screws around that trim in the middle without disconnecting the OBD port cable and the cigarette lighter cable as well. So yeah, remove the screws and then you can pull the trim out a bit without taking it off completely. Next, you will want to remove these 2 plastic thumb screw thingies from the phone. and then you can lift out this whole foam piece out of the car, but be careful not to damage it because it is foam and you might chip it if you are a bit too aggressive at lifting it out. So yeah, just be careful. At this point you probably want to take your vacuum cleaner and maybe clean it out a bit, because I found, like in my case, there's lots of little stones and dirt and rubbish like underneath that bit there. So the first thing you want to do is lift out the red cover. It's just a cover, you can just lift it straight off, then that will reveal the plus terminal. And then in the back you can see the brown cable, which is connected to the body of the car, which is obviously the negative terminal. But this is the point where I'm going to cut away and do the install, because it's so tight in there. There's not much space for the camera, so all you'll see is just my back. But all I'm going to do is just use a spanner and undo those 2 bolts, and then put the cable in it and then retighten it. So nothing too difficult, and you will see what I've done in a minute. At this point, I want to give you a quick health and safety notice, because as you can see at this point here, it looks a bit burnt. The reason for that is because while I was using my spanner to undo the plus terminal nut or bolt on top of it, I accidentally dropped the spanner handle onto that metal bar which holds the battery down, but the head of the spanner was still touching the plus terminal, and somehow I managed to cause it to create a circuit or some kind of arc, and it went berserk and sparks were flying everywhere, and yeah, it was quite terrifying. And as you can see, that bit looks like it's burnt mark, and the same applies for the handle of my spanner. So yeah, do be careful not to touch any other metal parts with your hand or your tools while you are undoing the plus terminal, because you will create a circuit and it will probably cause some sparks or fire and probably blow up in your face and you'll die. So we are almost done. At this point, please don't forget to put that red cover terminal plastic piece back on, because I put everything back, screwed everything together, and then I realized that I forgot to put that piece on because it was hiding underneath the carpet. So yeah, I had to undo everything and then put the cover back on. So please don't forget to do that, unlike what I did. So put the cover back on, and then you can shove that foam piece back on and then tighten those 2 plastic thumb screw thingies back in, and then you can push the carpet back. So that's about it really, and don't forget that to put the cable out onto the side here. So but also what I did was use a zip tie to tie it onto some cable that was already there in that position, because just in case you pull it too hard or the cable might fall into the tunnel bit and behind. Now that the install is complete, all you need to do is plug your CTEK charge in and select the correct program. There are a couple of programs depending which model you have. Like on mine, you can select the car, or you can select the snowflake when it's cold outside, or if you have an AGM battery installed, or you can select the reconditioning or the desulfate thingy programmy one. But I went back to check the battery in about 2 hours, and it was actually fully charged already at that stage. It's either the battery is in good condition, or I've driven it long enough so it's actually already quite fully charged. But the battery is very small in terms of its capacity, so I'm not too surprised that it doesn't take very long to charge it. So that's it. That was a quick look at my new smart car and the little mods that I've done to it today. There's going to be plenty more to come because it's so cheap and easy to mess around with that car, so it's quite a lot of fun really. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, please leave a like or comments and questions below if you have any. It's always great to read them. And oh yeah, consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. I'll thank you for that. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, very soon hopefully. So yeah, see you later.